world has a voyeuristic streak. From the early days of television to the dawn of reality TV and internet cams, most people are simply obsessed with watching other people do pretty much anything. So when Twitch arrived on the scene in 2011, it made sense that it would become incredibly successful. To millions, Twitch seemed to perfectly combine three human obsessions: video games, celebrities, and voyeurism into one platform. But is the ride over for Twitch? Will its new product-focused approach alienate creators and send them elsewhere? Thanks to the honesty of ex-employees and creators and some hard digging by journalists, the world has more info than ever about what's happening behind the scenes at Twitch. This video will analyze the many factors contributing to what some call an inevitable and catastrophic collapse. Want to know more secrets about some of the richest companies and CEOs in the world? Like and subscribe to this channel. Let's begin with some fast facts. Twitch is a live streaming platform primarily focused on video game streaming. However, it has since expanded to include streams dedicated to music, live streaming, and other forms of creative content. Essentially, the platform allows various users to broadcast their own live video while interacting with their audience in real time. Twitch also offers a partnership program that allows popular streamers to earn revenue through subscriptions, donations, sponsorships, and advertising. The platform also includes features like emotes, badges, and chat commands that allow streamers and viewers to communicate and engage with each other in unique ways. In short, Twitch has everything it needs to appeal to its target audience. Quite literally, it is social media gamified. So why is it in danger of imminent collapse? From inconsistent terms of service rules to internet scandals and big new rivals, there's plenty to discuss. Chapter 1: The Rise of Twitch. Twitch was the brainchild of Justin Kan, Emmett Shear, Michael Siebel, and Kyle Vogt, all of whom had worked on Justin.tv before Twitch. Justin.tv was similar to Twitch in that it allowed anyone to broadcast videos online via their own personal channels. It started with founder Justin Kan broadcasting his life 24/7, which he dubbed lifecasting. Though it was essentially a publicity stunt at the time, it was more than enough to attract the seed money Justin and his team would need to move into the gaming sector. The gaming category was by far the fastest growing channel on Justin.tv, and it didn't take the team long to determine it would make sense to go all in on that concept. Supported by significant amounts of venture capital, Justin & Co. launched Twitch on June 6, 2011. Soon after, it was attracting 35 million unique visitors a month. And while Twitch wasn't the only game in town, its primary competitor, Own3D.tv, shut down in early 2013, giving Twitch what some analysts call a near monopoly on the market. By the mid-2010s, tens of millions of users were watching Twitch streams, an average of a half hour per day. During peak times, Twitch became the fourth largest source of internet traffic after Netflix, Google, and Apple. However, even this success would be eclipsed when Epic Games released its online gaming sensation Fortnite. With its humorous aesthetic, fast-paced gameplay, and constant updates, Fortnite became a cultural phenomenon in no time. To this day, some of the most popular Twitch streamers have built their careers on streaming Fortnite gameplay. The platform has even hosted several high-profile tournaments with millions of dollars in prizes. This symbiotic relationship is largely responsible for helping Twitch reach a value of roughly $1 billion. Of course, once that happened, the internet's biggest players simply couldn't ignore the site any longer. Chapter 2: One Fake Acquisition, One Real. Twitch was the single biggest force behind the transition of video games to a public entertainment medium. By merging live video, celebrity culture, and group participation, Twitch had created a profitable community for itself and its creators. Back in 2014, Variety reported that none other than Google had reached a preliminary deal to purchase Twitch via its YouTube subsidiary. Though this may have been true, the platform sold to Amazon instead. The price? $970 million, all in cash. Rumors at the time indicated that Google-owned YouTube backed out over fears that it may breach antitrust laws. Either way, Jeff Bezos was now in the driver's seat, at least from an ownership standpoint. And as anyone who knows the world's sometimes richest man can attest, he's not the type to leave well enough alone. Of course, founder and longtime CEO Emmett Shear remained at the helm, but he had now a lot more people to answer to, and the changes came pretty fast. Chapter 3: Decisions: Good, Bad, and Ugly. Just a few months after the acquisition, a data breach forced the site to reset all user passwords and disable external connections to Twitter, YouTube, and other sites. This was perhaps the first time the Twitch team experienced blowback from its users and creators, but it would not be the last. Soon after, Twitch began gobbling up other companies in the sector, including Curse, Inc., and Clipmine. The platform also introduced Twitch Prime, a service that provided premium features like ad-free streaming and discounts on popular games for users with existing Amazon Prime accounts. In 2016, Twitch introduced a semi-automatic chat moderation tool and referral links for game purchases, giving partner channels another way to monetize their streams. By 2018, Twitch Prime had already dropped the advertising-free access requiring users to purchase individual channel subscriptions or a subscription to Twitch Turbo. Users were not pleased, to say the least, and accused the company of trying to milk them for more money. Next came the Amazon Blacksmith debacle, which saw the site's credibility take another hit. In 2020, the platform introduced its Safety Advisory Council, a team of streamers and academics looking to safeguard marginalized communities on the platform. In October 2021, an anonymous hacker reportedly leaked the entirety of the platform, including its APIs and source code, via a 128GB torrent link of 4chan. This link, which the hacker claimed was just the first, detailed payouts made to streamers, as well as several plans Twitch had in the works. As if to make up for this, Twitch dropped its exclusivity agreement in 2022, allowing users to simulcast on short-term platforms like TikTok and Instagram. Chapter 4: The cracks start to show and grow. It's difficult to pinpoint exactly when the tower that is Twitch started to collapse. However, it's clear to both insiders and outsiders that the company seemed almost incapable of leaving well enough alone. Disastrous attempts at expansion and constant retooling to make the platform seem better integrated with Amazon only confused and alienated users and streamers. But the big bombshell came in September 2022, when Twitch announced it would reduce the subscription revenue earned by large streamers. The profit split had been 70-30, but it was now going to be an even 50-50. It was a strange move, especially considering that the platform's new streaming rival Kick had a profit split of 95-5. And while the 70-30 split was still available to streamers making more than $100,000 in revenue, that only served to further anger newer streamers and lead to accusations of greed and favoritism. It's difficult to blame them for being upset. Twitch had literally made streaming a profitable job, and now it was pulling the rug out from under the very people who made the site a success. And if that alone wasn't enough to make streaming suddenly seem like grunt work, the hours demanded by Twitch certainly didn't help. Per their contracts, streamers needed to put out 160 to 180 hours per month. If they are big enough to capitalize on the 70-30 split, they will also be prohibited from streaming elsewhere. Meanwhile, ad incentives can be required to be up to 4 minutes per hour. On YouTube, for instance, there are far fewer regulations and requirements. The same goes for the aforementioned competitor, Kick. But perhaps the biggest indicator that something was very wrong at Twitch came when co-founder and CEO Emmett Shear announced he would be stepping down. Anyone who follows the tech industry knows precisely what it means when a startup's original leader leaves. However, assumptions proved far worse when President Dan Clancy claimed the CEO title in March of 2023. Clancy was known for his vision of a more product-focused platform rather than a creator-focused one. Not long after, Twitch announced it will be laying off 400 employees. Chapter 5: Twitch vs. Kick. Fight! It takes a strong leader to fend off challengers, Any successful business person will tell you that. Unfortunately, years of inconsistent decisions and internal shakeups have left Twitch extremely vulnerable to competition. From waiting too long to address deepfake content to failing to tap into the mobile market, Twitch is now having to contend with its past decisions with a new CEO, a smaller workforce, and an increasingly dissatisfied network of creators. And Kick has taken notice. Of all the Twitch rivals, Kick has had the most staying power. In fact, it recently attracted such major streamers as Adin Ross and Hikaru Nakamura. It's even earned backing from Tyler Trainwreck Nicknam. Unfortunately for Twitch, Kick's success has a lot to do with it being so creator-centric. Now, how is a platform whose new CEO just announced he wanted to make a product-focused platform rather than a creator-focused one going to possibly compete on those terms? The answer is simple: it can't. For years, streamers have reported being offered huge amounts of money to switch platforms. However, most of the time they found the chat functions or interface to be much too cumbersome for their liking. But Kick has completely copied and pasted the Twitch platform, meaning the design and functionality are virtually identical. This makes switching rather seamless, assuming the monetary incentives are also there. This goes back to Twitch's decision to change the profit split to 50-50 at worst and 70-30 at best. Remember that Kick's profit split is 95-5, with 95% of the earnings going to the streamer. Full disclosure, a lot of people have complained that it's unlikely Kick will be able to survive off 5%. Since Kick is owned by gambling company Stake, it's been rumored that Kick may evolve into just a funnel for stake casinos. However, since Twitch has banned casino streams, it's more likely Kick is just trying to capitalize on both marketplaces rather than combine them. Last but not least, you have to consider Kick's almost complete lack of terms of service. Twitch has a reputation for not only being extremely strict, but very inconsistent when it comes to enforcing its TOS. On top of that, many critics allege gender bias and favoritism behind how admins choose to go after violators. If Kick is willing to set itself up as a virtually anything-goes platform, it's going to prove extremely tempting to streamers. Twitch will also have to contend with its former potential owner, YouTube. If the site fixes its chat system, it will likely pull more streamers from Twitch, either full-time or part-time. After all, there's no reason to stay exclusive to Twitch. To many, a better option would be to stream with the 50% deal on Twitch while simultaneously streaming on YouTube with another 70%. The point is, leaving Twitch has never been easier, more tempting and made more sense. That's hardly a spot any company wants to find itself in. Will Kick manage to knock Twitch off its pedestal? There's no way to tell for sure. However, there already seems to be a growing rift between what Twitch's leaders say and what they do. For instance, in January of this year, Twitch's Chief Product Officer Tom Varelli and Chief Monetization Officer Mike Minton released a multi-page open letter to Twitch users, fans and investors. Soon after, they were quoted in The Verge as saying they believe that fostering and supporting community is the best way to help streamers on Twitch. Everything we do at Twitch starts and ends with community, Varelli said. Whether that's true or not, they currently have a long way to go to prove it. Interested in more mini-movies about the biggest tech companies and CEOs? Then make sure to like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and check out the insane rise and fall of Shopify.